you guys. My name is Kayla, and if you're new here, I focus on everything keto, beauty, and lifestyle. So if that is something you feel like you would be interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. In today's video, we have like a chit chat get ready with me doing this Barbie type of halo eye. It turned out very pretty. So if you want to see how to achieve this beautiful, flawless foundation, eyeshadow, bomb, quarantine,
boy, if you don't get
makeup look, then just keep on watching. Hey you guys, so today is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me type of situation. I did my brows off camera just to save time, so I didn't practice this look before. So we'll see how it turns out. If you guys are watching this video, that means I like the way it looked. If it's not up on my channel, then it didn't come out right. So this look is going to be like a hot pink Barbie look, inspired by my nails. So I'll go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I did my brows off camera, and I'm gonna just take a little lip mask, this one, and I'm just gonna apply that all over my lips. Okay, so I want you guys closer. Look at that brow though. The brow's popping. I might do a separate video on my brow tutorial. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add a base, and this one is the Master Conceal base from Maybelline. I'm not sure what color this is, but I'm gonna just put a little bit on the back of my hand. It actually turned out to be a lot of it, but it's okay. We're gonna use this one, and this one's from BH Cosmetics, and it's the number 12 brush. I'm just gonna swirl that on. If you see me looking over, I'm looking into a mirror. And we're just gonna add that all over the lid. Just pack it on. And I love using this concealer as a base, primarily because it's so thick. And it really conceals everything. So we're just gonna bring that up to the brow bone a little bit, blend that in with the concealer that we used to shape out our brows, and I'm just bringing it onto the nose so everything is seamless. Just gonna add a little bit more. There goes our base. And I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other eye. We're just gonna set our lid so we can begin adding the color. And I got all over my shirt, but y'all can't see that. So we're gonna use Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder, and I'm just gonna add that all over my lid to set it. Alright, so now that's all set, we can start going in with our colors that we're going to be using for this eyeshadow look. And I'm actually going to use a blush palette. So we're going to use the Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette from Juvia's Place. Sorry, it's dirty. And we're going to go in with the color Zane. And I'm going to put that in the crease. And this color is very pigmented. We'll see. I'm just going to pack that into the crease. And I have hooded eyelids, so we're packing the color a little bit above our crease so that people can see it. So we're kind of making like a faux crease, if that makes sense. And it took me a while to master that before I was putting the color underneath the crease, and then when I put on my lashes and stuff, you wouldn't be able to see it, and it just didn't look as good as I wanted it to. So we're rounding the edges. This is going to be a halo eye, so we want a rounded shape. Alright, so boom. Should have something like that. We are going to take the Morphe, what is this? I think this is the 350. Yes, I was right, 3502 palette. And we're gonna take the shade, if you have this palette, it's the first one in the second row. We're just gonna take that on a tapered brush, and we're gonna lightly blend out the pink. See how it's starting to blend out? Now we're gonna go back in with the pink because we lost some of that color. I'm gonna add that back onto the crease. Rounding out the edges. We're gonna go back in with that same fluffy brush, and we're gonna blend out the edges again. Go back in with the pink. And you're just gonna go back and forth with building up your intensity of the eyeshadow. So we're just going back and forth. Sorry about all the noise. My family is disrespectful. So, and we're going back in with the same tapered fluffy brush. I'm blending out the edges. Okay, I'm liking the way this is looking so far. Can't be mad at it, can't be mad, okay? So, now we're going to go in with a darker shade. This is going to be like a dark purpley color, and we're going to darken up our crease area. So let me see what brush I'm gonna use. So back with this blush palette, because I don't know where everything else is, we're gonna go in with, let's see, I think it says Barbie, and it's this dark purple right there. We're gonna add that into the crease. And we're not gonna go over the pink that we buffed out. So we're doing the same halo shape with the rounded edges as we did with the pink. And we're creating a dark inner ring. And you just want to take your time with this because we want everything to look nice and cohesive and blended, and you want to make sure the color is there. So we're just going to keep packing that color on. Okay, so now to blend out this line, we're going to go back in with the brush that we used to add the pink. We're going to take a little bit more on our brush, and we're just going to do the outer portion of the purple with the pink. And blend that out a little bit. So you see how it's starting to come together. I'm gonna go back in with the dark purple. Originally, this was supposed to be a like I create my first ever makeup look, and I went to look for the palette, my palette that has all the different colors in it, and I couldn't find it, so I couldn't do that. But I was watching my old YouTube video earlier today, and I was like, oh, that would be cool to go ahead and, you know, recreate that look. We're going back in with that same brush to blend out the edge of the purple. But I didn't have all the colors to do it. But my first ever makeup look was horrid. It was bad. So we're just blending out the edges here. I didn't add more pink to my brush. And we're gonna take that other taper brush and just blend out the pink. Okay, so I like the way it looks. I like the darkness. I like how it's blown out. That's the look we were going for. All right. Maybe I'll go back in one more time with the darker color. And I hope this is showing up on camera because in person it looks so pretty. All right, so this is how it should look so far. All right, it's coming together. I like it. All right, so now we are gonna go ahead and do the halo effect. I'm going to take, now this is going to be the deciding factor if this look comes together or not. So now I'm going to take, I'm trying to debate, I'm gonna go back in with the Master Conceal just because it's a thicker concealer and we want to really cut the middle. All right, let's say a prayer and hopefully this comes out right. So we're gonna start with the middle. So I'm gonna put the concealer here first, blink, and where I blinked and there's a line at, that's where we're gonna start cutting our, the middle of our eye. And this is because, like I said before, I have hooded eyelids. So I want to make sure that people are able to see all of my hard work. Therefore, I have to go above the hood of my eye in order for people to see it. So I put the concealer on my lid. I blinked, has residue right here, right there, and that's where we're going to go ahead and begin cutting. And I haven't done a cut crease in so long. I used to do them all the time. That's why I said we need to say a prayer and pray that this comes together. All right, so we went ahead and cut out the middle. This is how it should look. And it looks good. So we're good to keep going. We're good to keep going. So the next color that we're going to go in with is going to be a shimmery shade. And it's going to be this pink color here. It's called Fula. Well, we're gonna go in with these two. So Fula and Lulu. And these are from the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place. So we're gonna go in with a flat brush. All right. So first we're gonna go in with Fula. And that one we're just gonna put at the bottom, and then we're gonna go in with Lulu and do like this line here. You'll see how it turns out in a second. So we're just taking a flat brush. This one is from Morphe. It is, I don't know what number this is, but it's from Morphe. So we're gonna go in with Fula first. So I did film an eyebrow tutorial, and I don't like how it turned out. So I'm gonna have to film it over. Oh, that's pretty. And we're just packing that onto the lid where we put all of that concealer. Right up to the top here. Pretty. Now we're gonna take the shade Lulu, and we're gonna put that at the very top. And we're just gonna go to the top of our crease here. And you could bring it down a little bit. All right, looks pretty. Going back in with Hulu. Just adding that to the top of our halo here that we created. Okay. Ooh, I like. All right, and we're just gonna pat that down a little bit so it's all blended together. Make sure we blend that in with the other color. So now we're not gonna leave it like this because see, we have harsh edges here. So we're gonna make sure we blend that out. So we're gonna go back in with the dark purple. Dust some of that off and add it to the edges. Okay, we're gonna go back in with flat brush. We're gonna go back in with Fula, add that back on. Right here in the center of the lid. Okay, looks pretty. So now to the top of the lid, I'm just gonna add a little bit of eyeliner. I'm not gonna do a wing liner. So I'm going to take, we're gonna take the Inglot liner in black. And this is literally the blackest liner I've ever used, ever. Looks like this, and we're just gonna do a straight line across the top. I really don't like wing liner on me. It's very rare that I do a wing liner. For my 30th birthday makeup look, I did a wing liner, but I don't do it often. So we're just going to do a straight line as close as possible to the lash line. Now we are going to go ahead and add some color in the inner corner, and I'm just going to use, let's see, what color should I use? I guess I'll use it like a champagne color. So we're gonna go in with the color Zoya right here, and that's gonna go in the inner corner. But we're not gonna bring that all the way into the lid space, just because we want the focus to be on the eye. So just gonna add that into the inner corner. Okay, so that's it. We'll probably put something else over it because it's not popping like how I want it to pop in the inner corner. But that's good for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye really quickly, and then I'll come back on camera and I'll I'll go ahead and do my whole face back on camera. All right. So pretty. I wish I had a better camera. I'm filming on my phone, so I feel like it's not picking up all of the hard work that I've done, but it's okay. We're gonna move on. So now it's time to go ahead and do our face, my favorite part. So we're gonna go in with, if I can get it, we're gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. And honestly, I love this stuff so much. Sorry, my wild ass kids in the background. But I love this primer so much. I used to use Milk of Magnesia, and that stuff worked wonders. I have really oily skin, and I used to always use that on my face. And now I done glowed up, I done bossed up, and I use a real primer on my face, and it works wonders. Like, I have no oil that shows through my makeup anytime that I use it. So I mean, I love it. It works great for my skin. So since this is full coverage, I haven't used this foundation in a minute, but we're gonna go ahead and use it today. And it's going to be the Too Faced Born This Way in the color Chai. And I'm just gonna take a few pumps on the back of my hand. And I don't know why I stopped using this foundation, honestly. But maybe once we put it on, we'll find out. Oh, that's not it. Let's see. This is it. All right. So I'm gonna just take some on the back of my brush, just so it's not on my fingers, and I'm gonna dab it all over the face. Any excess that I have on my hand, I'm gonna pick up with my brush and blend it into the skin. So now it's time to put some concealer underneath the eyes, get rid of these Gucci bags that I got there. And we're going to use the Juvia's Place Concealer, I Am Magic Concealer in the shade 10. So we're gonna go ahead and put that underneath the eye. Jesus Christ, I don't got no concealer left. This is just, this is, I'll have to order some more since everything is closed. So we're gonna go in with this foundation stick from Juvia's Place in the shade, I know I'm a butcher this.
No.
That, and it looks like this. And we're gonna do our nose contour, and we're just going to take it and put it down the sides of our nose. And really this color is almost the same shade as my skin, which is fine because we're gonna do a cooler contour on top after we blend all of this out. So I'm just gonna take this blender eyeshadow brush and just tap the product into my skin like so, down the side of my nose. Okay, now we're ready to go back in with our eye concealer and bring the product up to where we did our nose contour. Then we're gonna finally take some concealer, go down the bridge of our nose, and that's it for right now. So now I like to let this sit a little bit, thicken up so it could be more full coverage. and then we're gonna go ahead and blend it out. Okay, so I let the concealer set a little bit. Now it's time to blend it out, and I'm just using this beauty blender sponge that I got from Target, and we're just gonna go ahead and blend out all of that concealer. Or I'm back on keto. I've been on keto before last summer, from March to August time frame, and that was right after I had my daughter. I was really into getting back healthy, so I was on the keto journey, and during my time on the journey, I lost 54 pounds. Fast forward, it was my fiance's 30th. I surprised him with a trip to New Orleans. We went to New Orleans for 5 days, had fun. If you know anything about New Orleans, all you do is eat and drink. And I wasn't on the keto diet at all during his birthday. His birthday was August 19th. So went down there, had a great time, came back, weighed myself, gained like 20 pounds or so. And for whatever reason, like I just couldn't get back on the ball. So fast forward to March of 2020, I gained all the way back. So on March 23rd, I started my journey over, and I've been back on keto for 3 weeks now. And if you watched my first video, I lost 8 pounds. If you watched my most recent keto weigh-in video, I've gained 1 pound. So I've only lost 7 pounds in 2 weeks, which is good. I'm not saying only, but I wish I lost more. I'm not sure what's going on with my body right now, but one thing I know about keto is you have to stay consistent with, well, that's with anything. You have to stay consistent to see results. And previously, when I was on other health journeys, I would give up too easily because I didn't see instant gratification. So I'm trying to work on being patient and staying consistent throughout this journey. And even though I gained the 1 pound, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't cheat on my diet. I'm just gonna stay consistent. Maybe I'm holding on to excess water. Maybe I need to increase my water intake, which I've been doing. And we'll see what happens with the 3-week weigh-in video that I'll post next week. So we blended out all of our concealer. Now we look like an egg. Our face is all round, and we're gonna go ahead and cut our face. So I'm going to be using I don't know. There's only like 2 things I can eat. So we're gonna apply our concealer to our cheekbones, and this is the I Am Magic concealer by Juvia's Place in the shade 7, and we're gonna apply that along the jawline, and we're gonna do a little bit down the side of our nose here, and we're gonna put some on our forehead, a little bit. We're gonna take an angled brush and blend out our contour to give us a jawline, give us some cheekbones. Yo, this eye look though is bomb. Like, I haven't done makeup in so long. I used to do makeup all the time, and then when I got pregnant, I just felt like I didn't. That's an excuse, but it is what it is. When I got pregnant, I just felt like I couldn't do it, even though I probably should have did it through my pregnancy. And yeah, I just stopped taking clients for whatever reason. But now I'm back to taking clients now, so. Now for my cheek here, you see it looks a little muddy, but it's okay. We're gonna take care of that. All right, so for our cheekbones, we're gonna we're gonna brush the concealer upward. And it's okay if it looks dark right now. We're gonna take care of that. But I wanted the darkness there. This is actually not the right shade. I need something a little bit warmer. But that's when we're gonna go ahead and go back in with the foundation stick over that a little bit. So I do like a double contour, I guess. Just blend it upward, patting it into the skin. And now we're going to take, is this good? Yeah. We're gonna go in with this small stipple brush from e.l.f. and blend out our nose contour. And just lightly patting it into the skin. Bringing it up to the eyebrow. All right, so we're gonna go back in with this foundation stick. We're gonna put that over the cheek contour, like that. Just because the other color is a little bit too cool. And I'm just going to blend that in. And like I said, I need to go back and get the right shade. All right, so next we're just gonna go in with our blender and just blend out any harsh lines we might have here from where we did our contour. All right, so now it's time to set everything. We're gonna go back in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder in the color Banana. And we're gonna go ahead and bake a little bit. I'm gonna take a little beauty blender sponge and I'm going to add the powder along the sides of my nose first. And then I'm going to add it to my under eye. Along the top of my nose, top of my lip, my chin, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose. All right, so this is how everything looks. Now we're gonna finish up the eye makeup and smoke out our bottom lash line. So let me bring you guys back in so we can finish up the rest of the eye look. Okay, so now you guys are closer. We're gonna go ahead and do underneath the eye and finish that up and smoke it out. So first we're gonna go in with the dark purple color. And we're going to use this BH Cosmetics flat smudge brush in 10. That's the brush number. And we're gonna put this dark purple color that we used before, the color Abby from Juvia's Place. It's in their Saharan blush palette. And we're gonna add that underneath the waterline. I think that's what it's called, right? The waterline. All right, so you should have something like that. Next, we're just going to take this pointed smudger eyeshadow brush like this. This one is from Shani Cosmetics. And we're gonna go back into the pink color and we're gonna smudge out the purple. And we don't even have on lashes yet and our makeup is popping, okay? That's how you know. That's how you know. All right, so now it's time to dust off this excess product that we have on our face. I'm just gonna use this large brush here and I'm going to dust all of that product away. All right, so I've dusted away all of that product. Now it's time to go ahead and finish contouring, and I'm going to use, okay, here it is. I'm going to be using this Instant Warmth Bronzer by Fenty Beauty in the shade Cocoa Naughty, and I'm going to contour our face or set the areas that we already previously contoured. So along the jawline. Also need to set our nose, so I'm going to take a large, not a large fluffy brush, but a crease brush if I can find one. I don't know where all my brushes went, honestly. I don't know where they went. Somebody took them. But I'm just going to take this blending crease brush and contour the sides of my nose. Alright, so now to make sure that there's no harshness on our nose, we're gonna add some powder to the sides of it to really snatch it. And I'm gonna take some more and go along my jawline. I'm running out of powder too. I don't know where any of my stuff is gone, honestly, because I haven't been doing makeup like that. So now we're going in with the Juvia's Place Saharan blush palette, and we're going to take this highlight shade, the color Zara, right here, and we're going to begin highlighting our face. So I'm just taking this Morphe M510 and I'm going to add my highlight. Ooh, that was bright. Ooh. That is a pigmented. I'm gonna add some to our forehead. I'm not gonna dip back in the pan. I'm just gonna take whatever's left on the brush. I'm just blending that out. I think I put a little bit too much here. it's okay. So now we could dust off this excess product on the side of our nose here. And we can dust it off along our jaw as well. All right, so now I'm going to go in with this flawless face brush from e.l.f. But I'm gonna use this for my blush, and I'm gonna take the shade Neo, also from the blush palette from Juvia's Place, this one right here, and that's going to be my blush. You want to use the smallest amount for this just because it's so pigmented. You don't need a lot, so I'm just going to dip into the pan once, and you can see how much that picked up. And I'm going to add that. And I like to put blush on the tip of my nose. Why? Don't ask me. I just think it looks nice. It just, I don't know, it blends everything together. Don't ask me. I don't have a scientific reason as to why I do it. I just do. Okay, and then the next blush I'm gonna go in with is from NYX. It's in the shade Nude to Me, and it's an ombre blush. I don't think they sell it anymore. I went into Ulta prior to the quarantine looking for this blush, and they don't have it. So I'm just adding that over top of where we put that blush, and it's just a pretty nude shimmer brush. I love it so much. Apples are cheeks and upward. All right, so now we're gonna spray our face a little bit with this Morphe setting spray. Kind of bring everything together, get some of that powderiness off our face, and let that dry a little bit. And this highlighter is from ColourPop in the shade Pose, and this is from the Makeup Shayla collection, I think. And I think they don't sell that anymore either. They could, I could be wrong, but that's where this next highlighter is from. You could look like Rudolph. Okay. Now it's time to do mascara. And I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black mascara, my favorite. And we're going to do top and bottom lashes, and then we'll add our lashes on. To go ahead and add my lashes off camera, come back, and then we'll finish up the lips. All right, so I have my lashes on. I forget where these are from, but now it's time to go ahead and move on to the lips. So I'm going to be doing a nude lip, and to outline, I'm going to be using the Chestnut Lip Pencil from MAC, my all-time favorite, and I'm just going to line my lips. And then I'm just going to rub my lips together to blend all of that product out on my lips. Now I'm going to take one of my favorite nude lipsticks. It's from ColourPop. It's in the shade Quickie. And I think this is also from Makeup Sheila's collection as well. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to dab that in the center of my lips. And I'm just blotting it out and blending it in with my lip liner. Now you can leave it matte like this, but we are going to go ahead and add a gloss. And the gloss we're going to be using is Fortune Cookie by NYX. And we're just going to add that all over the lips. Not too much, but just enough to give it a sheen. And that is it. So that is it for this Barbie pink halo eye look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. Don't forget to like and comment, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.